Hello everyone, we are from C241PS003 team. We're gonna present our capstone project and the app is called Journey on Solo. Okay, next we're gonna introduce from machine learning team, myself, Ara Devan, Azaria Pascal Saputra, and Fauzan Amana Putra. For next one, we got cloud computing team, and there are Laurentius Ricori and Dwiki Sasali Ananda. For next one is mobile development team, and there are Devin Janosian and Rizky Nur Arifin. So in general, Journey on Solo is a travel app that provides recommended tours for users based on their preference. For example, when there is a new user and he likes cultural tourism and he doesn't know where to go, so the app will highlight the recommended places for him. So in this explanation, we're going to explain three parts: machine learning model, cloud computing, and the app for mobile development. And for the starting part from machine learning model, I'm going to explain the tools for the machine learning model. Let me start from TensorFlow. TensorFlow is a machine learning framework that you can use for prediction system. For example, recommended system, object detection, and searching engine. And as usual, we're going to use Python programming language for our machine learning model. And we get Seaborn and Matplotlib for visualization. And also a NumPy library for scientific and calculation for our machine learning model. For the next part, Fauzan Putra will explain it.
Next, I will discuss the dataset and model used by our team. We use two datasets, item and user. We obtain the item data manually by scraping data from Google Maps, and we generate the user data automatically using Python. For the model itself, we develop a recommendation system that uses user and item features to predict user preference for tourist attraction. In this recommendation system, user and item data are logged from CSV file, then processed by removing irrelevant columns and displaying histogram and heat maps for initial exploration. User and item feature are extract and interaction matrix is created by multiplying user feature with item features. These features are the scaled using standard scalar before the data is split into training and testing set. The model architecture is built using a neural network with two input, user feature and item features. Each process through several density layers with ReLU activation. That emitting of user item are the combined and passed through a final density layer with sigmoid activation to produce prediction. This model is training using the quantum measure and MSL loss for 100 FLOX. To handle new user input, the script capture new preference at the time to the user dataset, update the interaction matrix, and generate preference prediction for the new user data. After the user input, their data, the prediction result will be displayed. Finally, we set the recommendation result in a HBAC file.
Hi, I'm Pascal from ML team. My role is for deployment. We deploy our model to cloud. We export our model to .h5 format. Then we call it on the cloud file. We use Fast API for our backend, and this main Python file will be explained later by our cloud team. And this is our endpoint for model. We have we call our model in this line. We load our H5 model, and this is our function for recommend, and this is our function for giving new user input, and we can try directly from the Fast API interface like this. We can add new user, like for this example, for the new user preference, they choose art, and then they choose culture. 0 is for the non chosen, and 1 is for the chosen category. Then we execute. We will have response with the most predicted item. Then our MD team will fetch from this response to be shown in the app.
Our team is developed a signed-up functionality using Firebase authentication and Node.js. This handles user sign-up, like recruiting user account in Firebase authentication. To test it, we leverage Fast API, a Python web framework, to send a post request to our Node.js signed-up endpoint, including the user credentials in the request body. Additionally, we utilize Firebase for its database capabilities. Firebase offers a separate service called Firestore, which allows us to store and manage document-oriented databases. While not directly involved in user sign-up, Firestore could be used later in our application to store user data after successful sign-up. For example, names, profiles, email, password.
We use the Fast API framework to develop the backend service for Journey on Solo, our travel recommendation application. The backend includes endpoint categories into three main sections. First is authentication endpoint for user security. The second is data retrieval endpoint for accessing destination information. And the last is recommendation endpoint for suggesting place to visit in Solo. We also use Firestore for data storage and Firebase for secure authentication to handling of user data. This setup allows us to provide efficient and personalized recommendation, making Journey on Solo a trusted travel guide for visitors.
So we're going to explain from mobile development what we use for this project. So the first one is the tools we use is Postman. Postman is a tool for testing and managing API requests. This allows us to create, send, and monitor HTTP requests, ensuring the API is working correctly. And the second one is Figma. Figma enables us to create our user interface, designs collaboratively, and illustrated application workflows through interactive prototypes. And the last one is Android Studio. Is the main integrated development environment, or maybe we can say IDE, used in Android application development. It provides a comprehensive set of tools for building and testing applications. Next.
The library we use for development. First, Retrofit. Retrofit is a type HTTP client for Android and Java developed by Square. It simplifies the process of making network requests to RESTful API. Second, JSON will be crucial for converting the JSON data received from the server into Java object that your application can use and manipulate. Third, Glide is an image loading and caching library for Android that is both efficient and easy to use. This will be especially helpful for displaying image. Fourth, LiveData. This component are part of Android architecture component. LiveData is an observable data holder class that respects the lifecycle of other app components. Last, Google Maps SDK provide functionality for display maps, adding marker, polylines, polygons, and more. In our app, it will be used for displaying tourist attraction, providing navigation, and showing the user current location. It will also support the real-time GPS tracking feature, enabling user to navigate Solo City easily.
Next. Okay, the conclusion is our innovative travel app for Solo offers a seamless experience with detailed information on attractions, accommodations, and transportation. Designed to address the challenge faced by travelers, It combines machine learning for personalized recommendation and intuitive navigation features with offline access and real-time GPS tracking. It ensures travelers can explore Solo effortlessly. Inspired by the team members' own travel dilemma, the app aims to enhance the discovery of Solo's cultural richness and unique charm, making it an essential companion for any traveler exploring this vibrant city. Thank you for listening and see you next time.